Good evening. Let me start by saying I am definitely not a public speaker. I'm a little nervous, but when given this opportunity and when Patty asked me to tell my story today, I thought I'll get over those nerves because this is very important to me, and I want everyone to understand what a great place this is, and I hope that it provides people hope, which is why I tell it. So in 2011, excuse me, I had went to our hometown hospital. I had been very sick, and 4 days before I turned 45, I was diagnosed with cancer. And I had a rare form of cancer, which was a tumor, baseball-sized tumor in my abdomen. I was sent to a hospital here in Baltimore, a big hospital, and I felt blessed to go there. And I was put on a chemo pill because traditional chemo wouldn't work, radiation wouldn't work, so I had this one shot. The pill was to shrink the tumor so they could operate. I also had a couple other little, challenges along the way. I had an autoimmune disease which caused enlarged lymph nodes sometimes, and the tumor was near a major artery. So without getting in there, they didn't know if it was intertwined or beside it. So, and I had to tell you that I'll get to that part later. So I went to the hospital, and after about 2 months, the hospital, the oncologist took my hand and said, well, we're sorry, you're stage 4. We are not going to operate, and let's talk about life expectancy. And at that time, I actually got pretty mad at him, I'll admit. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. I yanked my hand away, and I told him not to dare put a date in my head. I had 2 children in high school. They needed me. I'm not the best mom, but I'm their mom, and I didn't have that option. So I never went back. Then I had a friend recommended a doctor from another big hospital here in Baltimore, continued on the chemo pill. 10 months later, I got the same, almost verbatim, the same answer. We're sorry, stage 4, we're not going to operate. So at that point, I won't lie, I was a little discouraged, but I have a lot of faith in God, and if you're ever going to cling to it, that's the time. So I decided I would do some research on my own. It was probably a couple days later, I was going to my daughter's high school volleyball game, and one of her teammates' mothers stopped me in the parking lot, and she said, what's going on with you? This has been almost a year, this is crazy. And I told her the latest news, and she said, I work at St. Joe's, and I want you to come see one of our cancer doctors. He's incredible. And I said, I got nothing to lose, absolutely. That was a Tuesday. She had me an appointment Thursday morning. He saw me right away. I woke up in a great mood, and again, I had a good feeling that whole morning. And when I saw Dr. Fraiman, who is the doctor that I was referred to, Dr. Fraiman took my scans. He left the office to talk with his partner. He came back in 5 minutes and said, I can get it all. And I wanted to kiss him, but I didn't think that was appropriate, so I didn't. But I did say, all right, I'm ready, where can I sign up? I had to wait a little bit for the chemo pill for that to get out of my system. And in 2 weeks, so 3 days before I turned 46, it was a year exactly, he performed a Whipple operation on me, and I turned 46 cancer-free. Thank you. That's really for St. Joe's. They're awesome. One of the things with the Whipple surgery, evidently, is you have to be in the hospital. He kind of prepared me for 10 days afterwards, and I'm a little hard-headed, and I didn't. My surgery was on a Friday. The following Friday, I needed to be out of here because my daughter's senior homecoming was Saturday. And I said, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I need to be there for pictures. This is her senior year. And I walked and I walked and I walked that hallway. I think I could still see it in my sleep. to heal and whatever I needed to do. And at 9 o'clock on Friday night, he let me go. And with 3 tubes and a bag on my side, I went to my daughter's homecoming pictures and got to be a part of it. And that means so much to me. The staff here was wonderful, and I hope I don't get anyone in trouble with this story, but I have to tell this one little piece. My son also played high school volleyball, and the nurses let the whole volleyball team come in and see me on Tuesday. And that's a lot of boys at one time. So St. Joe's has a very special place in my heart and in the heart of my family, and it's just more than a hospital, it's the people. The hospital is a building, but the care, the love, the dedication, the confidence. I've even moved my other doctors that I saw, I've moved here. As a matter of fact, in November, I ended up very sick and I was in the hospital. Well, I went to the doctor and he said, "We're calling you an ambulance." I said, "No, you're not. I'm going to St. Joe's." And I drove here. So just to let you know, it's a wonderful place. Again, I'm not a great speaker, but I hope my story just lets you expresses how great this place is. And St. Joe's was where my miracle happened, and I thank them.